Can I back up files to a separate partition on the same hard disk? Yes, you can, but don't do it. Can I back up files to a separate partition on the same hard disk? It's tempting to back up to a separate partition because it's somewhat like another disk. The problem is, it's not. You could be risking your data. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. A quick thank you to the patrons of Ask Leo for making this video and all of Ask Leo possible. askleo.com/patron for more information. Question. I'm going to do a clean install of Windows to hopefully fix some errors, which means that I need to back up my files. The problem is I don't quite have the means to back up my hard drive. Can I simply create a new separate partition on my existing drive, 1 terabyte, copy my files to that, and then perform a clean install on the existing Windows partition? Afterward, I would transfer the files back and delete the backup partition. Would that work, or am I heading in the wrong direction? Yes, that would work, but there are risks. From what I can see, you're running a huge risk even before you begin. You're just managing data. What you describe isn't really backing up. You're just moving some files over here so you can erase stuff over there. It's a fine approach to solving the problem at hand, making room for a clean Windows install. It's a fast way to copy files so you can wipe out the primary partition and copy the files back later. But I'm not going to call it a backup, and I strongly suggest you not think of it as one. Here's the real problem. You're not backing up. This statement concerns me more than anything else. I don't quite have the means to back up my hard drive. Let me be as blunt about this as I can. Make the means. As it is, you run the risk of everything on that hard drive disappearing forever if there's a catastrophic failure. If you're okay with that, then fantastic, I guess. You're good to go. But I suspect that's not an acceptable scenario. As such, I strongly urge you to figure out some way to do real backups that protect your digital assets should there ever be a need. All you really need is an inexpensive external hard drive and some free software, and you'll have everything covered. A separate partition is still the same disk. Backing up one partition to another when both partitions are on the same hard disk is at best only half a solution. At worst, it's a disaster waiting to happen. If the hard disk fails, all of the partitions fail with it. If you put the backups of the primary partition onto a separate partition on the same hard drive and the drive fails, they both disappear at once. It's like having no backup at all. Backups on a separate partition may be useful for some kinds of errors. Perhaps you delete a file you didn't mean to, or a bad sector crops up on a file in the primary partition. The backup on the separate partition would still be there. But that completely ignores the more disastrous scenario of a catastrophic failure of the entire hard drive and the loss of everything on it. In case I haven't been clear, don't make backups this way. Back up and back up somewhere else. Find a way to back up. That's a given. But when you do so, back up in such a way that you're isolated from the events that might cause you to need the backup in the first place. Options include backup to a second drive, preferably external, to separate the backup from the original hard disk. Backup to an external drive that you then disconnect to separate the backup from software such as ransomware, going rogue on your machine and deleting or corrupting data on all connected drives. Backup to an external drive that you then disconnect and take elsewhere to separate the backup from your home in case it's robbed or goes up in flames. Online backups, including but not limited to services like OneDrive, Dropbox, and others, are a possible solution as well, depending on how you use your computer and organize your data. But I still recommend a full image backup of your system for complete protection. In practice, doing only the first, backing up to an external drive, will cover 99% of most of the problems you're likely to encounter. For links related to this article or to leave a comment, visit askleo.com/4800. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.